I'm Luke Rumsby. This is p67 for Unit 8. The first question was the event successful? I believe it was successful because we managed to have a final and get a winner, and it achieved what it was meant to do by making people have fun and raising money for a good cause. Although we didn't have many people participate, so not many donations were made, I still consider it a success because we done what we wanted to, even though it was a limited amount of people. Then a formative assessment. We were talking in a group about a GoFundMe page, and I set up the GoFundMe page as I was the finance officer, and we found out after testing it that it had a cap of £5 donation minimum, so we had to scrap the idea of it and find a new way. So we also tried different websites for it. So the summative assessment, after the event we reviewed the success of the event. We done this by getting feedback of the participants, so after the event we thanked them for helping us, and we also asked them if they could tell us how it went. One participant said they enjoyed it and they had fun and it was good to get their mind off everything. The strengths were, it was easy to set up and do. We used a website which generated all the matches, and you put the result in and it would tell you who you're playing next, so it really helped us massively. It meant the organiser didn't have to do too much work, so it helped him out massively, focusing on what everyone else was doing. Obviously we had no complaints about the tournament, so that is a success. But I guess a weakness was the tournament was over quite quickly because we only had 16 participants, so we had the winner would have played 4 games, so it's not that many, and if you get knocked out first round you've paid £2 for 1 game of FIFA, and when you've played only 1 game of FIFA you might be quite annoyed that you paid £2 to do it. So maybe if we had more participants, a different way of doing the tournament would have been more beneficial for us, but no one complained about it, everyone was happy. We'd also have a prize for the winner, and if we could, our weakness was we only done it on Xbox, whereas a lot of the people that promoted the event, they had loads of friends that played on PlayStation, so we could have gathered more of an audience if we done it on both consoles, but there was nothing we could do as we were limited on time. A weakness from the event was collecting with the scores from the players. Some people were not very direct with how they would say the score was, so you had to ask them again about what the score was, as they weren't very clear on the first time. And the website, if you was to look, it would only say 1-0, which I played a game personally of FIFA and put the result on there to test it, and I won 6-0, just to test it out. I put it on there and it would come up as 1-0, so that was a little fault we could have tried to work around, but we didn't, which we could have done better. We could have improved on the website and made it more effective for us. But with paying, as I said earlier, we used 3 websites that we tested and it didn't work because of the price caps, and because of that we had to change, because we were saying that you had to pay £2 to participate and a price cap of £5, meaning that people would have to pay more to participate in the event, which people might not be happy to do, as £2 is a very small sum of money, but £5 is getting more annoying for a payment, whereas £2 is obviously a small sum. Finally, for P7, I'll be talking about my own experience as finance officer. So my job was setting up the GoFundMe page, which wasn't a success, but everyone had to pay £2 through a website that our organiser found, and I had the job setting up the GoFundMe to see if it was available for us to use, which it sadly wasn't due to the minimum of £5. But the strength of my role was that I do like my own work to do with money, so in like buying and selling, so I understand how to work with money, how to set up accounts like PayPal, GoFundMe, but it didn't help too much with it because I wasn't selling or buying, obviously. We were in some way trying to sell the tournament to the public to make them interested, but I wasn't a part of that. I was more working with the money than promoting. So my weaknesses as well were, it was fairly easy for me. I'd set up an account, check that people paid, so I was done reasonably quickly, and it actually meant that I could participate in the event, in the tournament, and that was fun. Obviously I enjoyed it, I thought it was good, and I paid my £2, obviously, quick, and it meant I was bored like after I checked everyone had it because of the simplicity, but we didn't have enough time to promote the event, so that's why we had a lack of participants. We only had 16. If we had more time to promote it, we could have had more, and we could have raised more money for charity, and more people could have fun. But